reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty. Caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game. Here's Jamie Hall.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back into Xenia, Ohio, where the Lady Flames and Valparaiso are getting things tipped off, and the Total Athlete Tip-Off, sponsored by Athletes in Action, and we are underway. The opening tip was won by Valpo, and they've got the basketball going from left to right. We'll get you the starters here in just a moment. Got a little bit of a problem with the shot clock, it looks like, that's being worked on at the moment. For the Lady Flames, Jordan Hodges with her at 3. Elizabeth Aiestadish will be playing the 4, and Bella Smuda in the post for Liberty. Clock currently says 95.7 seconds, so that's what our issue is. 27 on the shot clock, which that seems correct. After the opening tip, the ball was knocked out of bounds on the far side of the court. A brand new facility, the John Wooden Family Field House. And now it looks like we're ready to go. Inbound pass comes up top to Fiona Connolly. Connolly, transfer, first year with the Beacons, gets it around on the near side to Gold. Gold back up top to Leah Ernest, all MVC second teamer. She dribbles against Aiestadish, far wing to Preston. She drives, kicks on the outside, and out of bounds was Macy Rhodes. Toe on the line. The ball will go back over to the Lady Flames. Liberty with their first offensive possession. Asia Boone on the far side of the court. Comes off of a screen and has it stolen away. Stripped by Ernest. She passes down court to a streaking Nevaeh Jackson, one of 2 twins on this Valparaiso team. Her sister, Sanaya Jackson, wears 12. Nevaeh wears 11. Valparaiso gets the scoring underway. They lead 2-0. Emma Hess is going to drive baseline, dips to the basket, came up short on the layup attempt, and Valparaiso gets the rebound. They accelerate the other way. Ernest missed her lay-in, and the Flames get the board. Jordan Hodges treks down to court. Aiestadish, a bullet pass into Smuda. Smuda goes strong to the hoop, but she missed. Everybody a little bit off on their layup attempts in this early going. Valpo's lead is 2-0. Back on their offensive end of the court. Ernest gets it to the top of the arc. A three-pointer is off the mark by Layla Gold. I misspoke and said Kayla Preston earlier. It's Layla Gold starting the game for the Beacons. Liberty with the rebound and the basketball. Hess kicks in the corner to Boone. Boone for 3. Got it. Asia Boone from 3rd Street. That three-pointer brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. Liberty with their first lead of the game. Liberty back on defense. Valparaiso now resets and slows things down a bit. Connolly hands off on the near wing to Rhodes. Rhodes far side to Gold. Gold with 5 seconds to shoot. Will and does hit a three-pointer. Over the top of Bella Smuda, who was having to guard the perimeter with this smaller unit for Valparaiso. Flash back on offense. They'll go inside to Smuda. Nice catch in the post, and then she tried to dish it outside to Hess, and the pass sails out of bounds. Some pretty good contact after Smuda made the catch. Valparaiso coaching staff, led by Mary Evans in her 7th season, they were wanting a charge against Bella. There was no call on the play, but then when she tried to send it out to the perimeter, it went out of bounds. Valpo with the basketball. They lead 5-3. Ernest picks up her dribble, has to bounce it outside to Connolly. Connolly, the transfer junior from LaSalle, will go back up top to Gold. Gold crossover dribble, extends her arm into Boone, and Boone draws the charge. Liberty will get the ball back. 6:55 to go in the first quarter. Flames trailing the Beacons 5-3. Happy first day of basketball season to those who celebrate. And there is a full slate of games around the country today. Hess, near side corner three, rattles it home. Emma Hess, not too far from home. She went to school just basically across the street in high school at the Legacy Christian Academy. Flames up 6-5. Valparaiso going to try to answer. Gold's three-pointers off the mark, but Liberty couldn't corral the rebound. Went off of the fingertips of Aya Stadish. Valparaiso will reset things. 11 seconds to shoot. Top of the arc, Rhodes. She's a Radford transfer. She's also from nearby. She goes into the far corner to Ernest, and Ernest's three-pointer is good. So the team's trading some three-pointers in the early going. Valpo leads 8-6. Jordan Hodges off of a pick for Liberty. Crosses over a dribble, gets to the basket, scoops and scores. Beautiful move by Zero. And speaking of Zero, we do have some new numbers to tell you about this year because of the changes in the NCAA rules a season ago. It happened so late in the year that a lot of teams couldn't make a lot of the number changes because of already having their jerseys. As Valpo has the ball knocked away by Hodges. Nice defense by her. It goes out of bounds on the near side. It'll stay with the Beacons. But now you can have digits from 6 to 9, which was not the case before last season. Valparaiso on the far wing, driving to the hoop is Gold. She tries to go up against Smoot. Instead, will kick it to the far wing where it's deflected by Boone. It does get to Jackson. That's Nevaeh Jackson out on the near wing to Ernest. Her three-pointer is off the mark. The Flames get the rebound as the shot clock horn sounded. We're under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we've got a tie game at 8 apiece. Hodges to Hess. Hess, Aya Stadish. She bounces it to the near wing, Boone. Up top to Hodges for three. Too strong. Aya Stadish, though, the offensive rebound. Liberty another possession to Hess. Wide open for three. Boom. Nothing at the bottom of the net for Emma Hess. NBA range three-pointer gives the Flames an 11-8 lead. Valparaiso comes across half court and gets trapped. The Flames, Boone and Hodges were able to double team, and it forced Valpo into taking a timeout. So their first timeout off the board. And since we're under 5 minutes to go, that'll bring us to a media timeout. 4:23 left in the first quarter. Liberty leading Valpo 11-8 here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community. And that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch supports so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
And welcome back in to Xenia, Ohio, here on the campus of Athletes in Action, Campus Crusade for Christ. They had a nice banquet for the teams last night. We got to hear Homer Drew, former Valparaiso head coach, Hall of Famer, gave the keynote address. Liberty men will also play Valpo later on today, and then tonight Indiana State and FAU will cap things off. This is the only women's game, the first of the day, between the Lady Flames and the Beacons. The Beacons have the basketball as we get started again. Top of the arc, Ernest is going to drive on Hess, nothing for, down to 7 seconds to shoot, muscles her way into the paint, then has to lob it back outside, and Nevaeh Jackson, her three-pointer is blocked by Smuda, and a shot clock violation will give the ball back to the Flames. Four minutes to go, first quarter, Liberty up 11-8. Flames shooting the ball 57% from the field, including 3 of 4 from outside the arc. Emma Hess with a couple of three-pointers leads the way. She's got the basketball on the near wing. Will bounce it inside to Smuda. Smuda dips to the basket but missed the shot. Got her own rebound. Missed her stick back. And Valpo gets the board. Uncharacteristic start. Valpo back offense. Connolly has the pass to Byer, picked off, and the Flames get the ball back. Nice hands up court to Hodges. Hodges drives, kicks to Smuda. Smuda double team, now turns around, and it goes in and out. That was halfway down for Bella Smuda on her turnaround jumper. The lead holds at 11-8 for the Flames. We approach the 3-minute mark of this first quarter. Ernest on the near side to Nevaeh Jackson. Deeper into the corner, a three-pointer made by Byer. Katie Byer only averaged 1.5 points a game, was 1 of 14 from 3 last season, but hits her first 3 of this campaign and ties the game at 11 apiece. Hess with the ball up top for the Flames. Now to Hodges. Hodges' three-pointer is in and out. Rebound to Nevaeh Jackson. Again, the twin sisters, Nevaeh and Sanaya Jackson, both 6 feet tall sophomores out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Flames back on defense, get a steal. They'll take the ball back. Flames have done a good job defending so far, but the offense hasn't been always fluid, and that's to be expected. First game of the season. Boone turns into a three-pointer, and she hits nothing but the bottom of the net. That was from deep, too. Just along the sideline, probably about 28 feet from the basket. Boone gives the Flames a 3-point lead again. Valpo back on offense, driving to the hoop is Ernest, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul. Asia Boone is on her second charge of the game so far. The Liberty bench on their feet, celebrating the defense. Boone will stay in the game, as does Hess, but a couple of substitutions for Liberty. Anna Bedoza will run the point. We see second first time. And M. Howard will play. I mentioned number changes. One of those is Peen. She's wearing the number 7 this season as it goes inside to Howard. Howard has her shot blocked out. Peen can shoot. Can put them 7 until last year. Peen didn't play last season because of an injury. So we have a few Flames that have taken advantage of that new rule where you can have digits between 6 and 9. We'll tell you all about that as soon as I can catch my breath. Things have gone quickly in the early going. Inbound pass to Hess. She misses a jumper from 15. Howard gets the rebound. It's tied up. Liberty will have it on the alternating possession arrow. 20 seconds on the shot clock and a minute 27 to go in the first quarter. Liberty up 14-11. Inbound pass to Bedoza in the corner to Boone. Boone comes off of a screen, goes back to Steenbergen. She thought about the three, instead drives and kicks to a wide open Emma Hess. Her shot short, and before the shot there was going to be a 3-second violation anyway. Liberty turns the ball over. Valpo breaks through a bit of pressure, gets it into their offensive end of the court. They've also made some substitutions. Raven Ray Redmond. Triple R on the far side to Nevaeh Jackson. Dribbles into the corner. She tracks it down. Up top to Byer, and Byer, a awkward shot, but it went in. We mentioned that Byer was 1 of 14 last year from three, but has hit her first 2 3-pointers of this game, and it ties it up at 14 apiece. Steenbergen, near side to Hess, up top to Howard. Howard takes a dribble, finds a wide open Bedoza. She'll take an uncontested 15-footer on the baseline and hit. First points of her Liberty career for Anna Bedoza. The transfer averaged 14 points a game last year for Franklin Pierce. She'll have 1 year of eligibility left. Franklin Pierce, a D2 school from Range, New Hampshire. The Ravens. Valpo back on offense. It comes near side to Gold. Gold drives and draws a foul. We'll see our first free throws of the game. Peen Steenbergen picks up the foul. Again, Peen missed all of last season with the knee injury. She wears a brace on her right knee and is wearing the number 7 this year. First free throw is off the mark by Gold. Gold was a 55% free throw shooter a year ago, played 24 games, had 18 starts, averaged about 3.5 points a game. Hits the second, so goes pretty much standard with her average from last year. And it's 16-15 Liberty. There's 2.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Inbound pass comes to Bedoza at midcourt. She's going to fire it from there and banks it just a bit too strong. So a 16-15 lead for Liberty at the end of the first quarter. We'll tell you how we got to this point after this timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
Well, as you might expect in a first game of the season, not only that, but at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It wasn't the cleanest first period. Flames had 3 turnovers. Valparaiso had 5, but both squads shot the ball fairly well. Liberty 43%, Valpo 46%. Beacons were 4 of 9 from 3. The Flames were 4 of 6. Leading scorer for Liberty, both Asia Boone and Emma Hess have 6 points. Katie Byer has 6 points for the Beacons. Liberty in the home white uniforms. Obviously it's a neutral site, but Flames considered the home team and wearing white. Valpo wearing the yellow uniforms. They've got white numbers and black letters and trim. Flames with the red Liberty script across their chests, as well as red numbers on front and back. A little baby blue stripe down the sides. Valpo with the basketball. Macy Rhodes will hand it off on the near side to Gold. Back over on the far wing to Byer. Byer has hit a couple 3-pointers in this game. Will acquiesce to Gold. Gold almost has her pocket picked. It's loose, and now it is taken away by the Flames. Bedoza was the one who got her hand in the cookie jar, but Liberty not able to keep control of the basketball, and they turn it right back over to Valpo. So Valpo gets the ball back. 30 seconds into the second quarter. Liberty leading 16-15. Beacons come near side wing to Rhodes. Now back around on the far side to Ray Redmond. She'll drive out of control, but a blocking foul will bail her out. She'll shoot some free throws. Doze picks up the personal foul. We had 5 lead changes and were tied 3 times in the first quarter. Liberty led by as many as 3 and Valpo by as many as 2. First free throw by Ray Redmond is too strong. Only a 39% free throw shooter a year ago. Played 28 games, but was second on the team in steals. Almost, we're tied at 16 apiece. Bedoza down court to Brooke Moore. Good to see Brooke back out on the court. Bounce pass looking on the interior for Howard. Goes off of her and out of bounds. Flames with another turnover. They now have 5 in the game. We also see Avery Mills in for the first time. LCA product, state champion with the Bulldogs. Gets her first action as a Lady Flame. But Brooke Moore, she missed half of last season with an injury. Getting hurt towards the end of January. Rhodes with the ball for Valpo. Her near side 3-pointer is off the mark. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Liberty basketball. Tied at 16. 8:52 to go in the second quarter. Bedoza running the point to Moore on the near wing. Peels off of a screen and goes in the corner to Mills. Mills back to Bedoza, now to Steenbergen. Steenbergen to Moore. Moore on the baseline is trapped and lost the basketball, but it was out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Flames. 11 seconds to shoot. Bedoza will inbound. And getting the ball to her. Now we're set. It comes out to Mills. Far side to Steenbergen. 6 seconds to shoot. She hands it back to Mills. Almost lost the handle, and then she's fouled, which will reset the clock and give the Flames an inbounds on the far side of the court. Mentioned Avery Mills winning that state championship for LCA under Heather Stevens, former Lady Flames assistant coach. She's got the basketball as we get back underway. Gets back on the near side to Bedoza. Bedoza drives and kicks to Moore. Moore for 3, nails it. Brooke Moore, her first shot coming back from that injury last season. It made 3-pointer Liberty a 19-16 advantage. A kick ball in the backcourt will allow Valparaiso to reset. They inbound on the baseline. Valpo going left to right in the first half. Flames showing full court pressure. That is Layla Gold. Comes across half court where Emily Howard is on her. Gold at 5'11". Howard having to come out to guard her shows you that this is two different styles. Gold's three-pointer over the top of Howard is off to the right, and the Flames get the rebound. There is really no answer for the Flames' height down low for Valpo, but the Flames haven't been able to take advantage of that yet in this game. Bedoza, now they do, goes inside to Howard, and she's fouled right on cue. Anna Bedoza runs the offense perfectly, and Emily Howard will get a couple of free throws for the Lady Flames. Flames shooting 47% in the game, but 5 of 7 from 3. These are the first free throws for Liberty. Howard's first one is good. 4-point lead is the largest so far for either team. Food Lion is a proud sponsor of our broadcasts and the Food Lion Feeds program. They'll donate 100 meals for every free throw the Lady Flames make this season to local area food banks. And there's 200 as Emily hits on both. Valpo breaks through some pressure, gets it down court quickly to Ernest, and she is fouled under the basket and will shoot 2 free throws to try to answer quickly for Valpo. Ernest averaged 16.5 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists last year. 14th in career scoring for the Beacons. Came in to today with 1,099. That's 4 for this. Hits the first free throw. She was also the female athlete of the year for the entire university. Hits on both. The Liberty lead is 3. Flames with the basketball. Comes up top to Steenbergen. Now to Mills. Mills kicks it back around to Howard. Howard to Moore. Moore in the corner. Lobs it back to Howard, and she had it knocked away from her and out of bounds with 8 seconds to shoot. 6:56 to go in the second quarter. Liberty up by 3. Flames look back to their head coach and get the play call. Our broadcast location is on the same side of the court as the Liberty bench, so I'm actually looking through Coach Green right now to see the play. Inbound comes to Moore, and she's fouled as she tried to take a jumper, and Liberty will shoot a couple more free throws. So those that are watching on YouTube or Facebook, if you're wondering why it's like I'm dancing the whole time, trying to get a view. Find a lane. Brooke shooting the free throws, was a 69% free throw shooter a year ago. Averaged a little over 4 points and 3 rebounds before her injury. Missed the first attempt on this trip, so the score holds at 21-18 Liberty. Jordan Hodges is checked back into the game for the Flames. Second free throw's off the mark. Steenbergen got the offensive rebound, but missed the putback. A little too far under the basket. So the Flames come up empty on that possession. Back the other way, it goes underneath the Byer, and Byer is fouled by Mills. Reset the lineup for the Flames. Steenbergen, Mills, Hodges. Well, now we got some changes, so we'll try this again in just a second. Bella Smuda will come back into the game. Emma Hess also back in. Steenbergen, Mills, and Hodges will stay on the court for Liberty. The first free throw by Byer is good. 73% shooter a year ago. Let's cut this down to a 2-point lead for Liberty. Second free throw also good. 4 straight points for Valpo. Flames back on offense. Hess dribbles around the top and hands off to Steenbergen. Back to Hess. Bullet pass to Smuda in the high post. She's going to try to dribble to the basket, and she draws some contact on the floor. Scoreboard says 3 timeouts per team, but I don't think that's correct. Valpo has taken a timeout and the Flames have not. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure the Flames have all their timeouts left. That was the 4th team foul against Valpo. Flames will be in the bonus for the final 6.5 minutes of the second quarter. Steenbergen tries to pass inside. It's deflected by Nevaeh Jackson, and Valpo forces the turnover. That is the 6th turnover for the Flames, both teams with 6. Valpo with the ball. Rhodes goes far side to Byer. Now back on the near wing to Ernest. She has her shot blocked by Steenbergen, and the Flames come away with the basketball. Mills spins it across half court to Steenbergen. In the corner to Hodges. Hodges is going to drive toward the basket. Gives off to Smuda. Smuda kicks it back out to Hodges. Hodges will try to bounce it back into Smuda, and it's picked off by Ernest. She goes 1-on-2 against the Flames, dips through the middle, and draws the foul. A chance for Valpo to retake the lead and extend this current 4-0 run. Ernest, a very good free throw shooter at 76%. Asia Boone will come back into the game for the Flames, as does Elizabeth Ayestadish. So the starting lineup is back out there for Liberty. First free throw from Ernest is good. She had a career high game last year against Illinois State, 32 points. Again, all Missouri Valley Conference nominee to start the season. Hits on both, and the Flames now trail by 1. 6-0 Valpo run. It goes to Ayestadish. She'll pull up from 15 and hit. So the Flames in that 6-0 run. And Liberty retakes the lead, 23-22, with 5:21 to go in the second quarter. Jackson with the ball on the far side. That's Nevaeh Jackson. Sister is not in the game at the moment. Back on the near wing to Rhodes. Rhodes' three-pointer is short. Flames able to box out and get the rebound. Smuda up court to Hodges. Hodges looks down low, nothing there. So that will go to Ayestadish. Now far wing to Boone. Boone, bullet pass to Hodges. Hodges takes a 3 and rattles it home. Good court vision by Asia Boone to find her. And that was not an easy shot for Hodges. Jackson going to try to answer with a three-pointer, and Nevaeh Jackson's shot bangs off the backboard, no good. Liberty with the rebound and a 4-point lead halfway through the second quarter. Boone's going to shoot a 3. She's short, and Rhodes with the rebound. You see Rhodes dribbles it across half court for the Beacons. Now to Byer, and heat check for Byer. She misses her first 3 of the season, hit the first 2 after going 1 of 14 last year. Ayestadish with the ball for the Flames. Nice backdoor pass to Smuda, but she was too far under the hoop and has her shot blocked out of bounds with 4:01 to go in the second quarter. After a 6-0 Valparaiso run, the Flames have scored 5 straight, and they lead 26-22 as we have just purged the halfway point of this second quarter. We'll take a timeout and be back after this. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development is a proud underwriting supporter of Liberty Athletics and the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Jason and his team provide buyers and sellers with their expertise in residential, commercial, investment, and church real estate. Jason can be reached by phone at 434-258-8827 or by email at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. The Liberty Flames Sports Network thanks Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development for his support.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com.
We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit shoplibertyflames.com today. That's shoplibertyflames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit shoplibertyflames.com today.
Be at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg for Lady Flames basketball.
Steenbergen again for three. Got it.
This Thursday, Liberty plays its home opener against the Duke Blue Devils. Tip-off time is 7 p.m. Fans get free Red Rally towels. Get your red on and help us red out the arena. Then on Saturday, Liberty battles Cal Baptist at 7 p.m. It's Military Appreciation Night with discounted tickets for service members and veterans. Get your tickets now at luwbasketball.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
Welcome back into Xenia, Ohio, where the Lady Flames are on top of Valpo 26-22 with 4:01 to go in the second quarter. Liberty will have 20 seconds to shoot as they inbound on the baseline. They're scoring at the goal to our left. Wearing the white uniforms, red numbers, Valpo, and the yellow numbers, the yellow uniforms with white numbers. Flames inbound to Hess, comes around to Boone. Boone's three-pointer is short. But nice play by Aya Stodish to tip that away and keep it alive for the Flames. Out to Hess for three, got it! What a play by Elizabeth Aya Stodish to keep that alive, and Emma Hess takes advantage. Flames extend this run to 8-0. And extend their lead to 7. Valparaiso with the basketball. Byer down low on Aya Stodish. Nice move and goes baseline to score. That ends the Flames' 8-0 run. And that was also the largest lead of the game for Liberty. It's now 5. 7 had been the largest. Hodges with the basketball. Cross-court pass to Hess. Hess will drive, float, but missed. Got her own rebound and resets to Boone. She spins, pulls from just inside the arc. Too strong, and the rebound tracked down in the corner by Valpo. Valparaiso gets the ball back on the inside to Byer. Byer's shot is off the mark, though. And Liberty with the rebound. First half. Bella Smuda with the ball for Liberty. Takes a couple of dribbles, then gives it back to Hodges. Hodges cuts to basket. Off. Baseline under wing. Steps to the side. Fires a three. Nails it again. What a half. Homecoming for Emma Hess. She gives the Flames a 32-24 lead. Valpo with the basketball. Rhodes on the far wing. Drives on Aya Stodish and draws the foul. Aya Stodish with her first personal foul. Emma Hess with 12 points in the game now. Leads all scorers. Byer has 10 for Valparaiso. Steenbergen, the only Flame with more than one foul. She has 2 on the bench at the moment, as the first free throw by Macy Rhodes is good. Rhodes, the Radford transfer, played 2 seasons in the New River Valley, averaged 3 points a game. It was a 40% three-point shooter. And she's a local product as well. Beaver Creek, Ohio, just like Emma Hess. Different schools. Rhodes went to Beaver Creek High School and Hess went to Legacy Christian Academy. Free throws are good. The Liberty lead is 32-26. Aya Stodish on the near wing. Looks interior, will drive, goes to the hoop, scores. scores and draws the foul. Are they going to say it was on the floor? It was going to be on the floor. So 2 free throws for the Flames. The basket does not count. That 8-point lead for the Flames a moment ago was the largest of the first half for either team. Elizabeth will now shoot a couple of free throws. She was the 64% shooter a season ago. Averaged 3.6 points and 3.6 rebounds a game. Hits the first, but misses the second. Rebound Valpo. 33-26, Liberty with the lead. 1:20 to go in the first half. Valparaiso with the basketball. More Shabti from Israel. Sees her first action. Gives it off to Rhodes. Rhodes drives in on Ayastadish and then fades. Missed. Well defended by Elizabeth, and the Flames get the rebound. Hodges across half court. Nice crowd on hand here for this tip-off tournament. More of a classic, not a tournament, just one game for each team. Total athlete tip-off is what they call it. Boone's three-pointer at the top of the arc. Nails it. Asia Boone continues the red-hot three-point shooting for the Lady Flames. They're 9 of 13, 69%. Liberty up by 10. Under a minute to go in the first half, and a near steal. Jordan Hodges got her hands in there, but instead it goes on the far wing to Waytashek, Kylie Waytashek, who also had seen her first action of the first half, hits a three-pointer. So that squelches the Flames' momentum. With 8 seconds to go in the first half, Liberty going to drive. Hodges to the hoop, missed the shot. Smuda with the rebound. She goes back up with 2 and scores at the horn. Bella Smuda with the offensive rebound and stick back as time expires in the first half. Liberty leading Valparaiso 38-29, and we've got head coach Kerry Green. We're going to get a chance to get a quick word with him before he goes into the locker room. Coaches, any first game, there was definitely some ups and downs, and it took a little while to get a rhythm, but the offense started looking pretty good in the second quarter.
Yeah, we have our defensive goal was hold them to 15 points. We held them per quarter. So I think they had 15 the first quarter, 14 the second quarter. That may be off, but you know we've got to be solid on defense. They shoot a lot of threes, and it's a mismatch. It's our 5 players that are not out there, and they're shooting from that one position. And they've made at least 3, if not 4, of those threes off of our 5. That's our game plan. Our 5s will struggle to be out there, but Bello stepped out one time as the shot clock was running down. They had a big block for it. I think it was a defensive stop that possession as well. First game of the season, a lot to go to work on, and we got another half to come out and play.
All right, Coach, appreciate your time. As the Flames go into the locker room, they lead 38-29, just one off of the highest lead they had in the first half. They were up by 10 at one point. Valparaiso led by as many as 2 in the early going. It was 16-15 Flames after the first quarter. And as I mentioned, 38-29 at halftime. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our Carl Miller halftime show with Nick Pierce back in the studio in Lynchburg. Again, the Lady Flames up by 9 at the break here against Valparaiso in Xenia, Ohio, for the Total Athlete Tip-Off, brought to you by Athletes in Action. What a cool, we'll tell you more about this event and kind of the connection between the coaches, both the Liberty men and women. It was a cool banquet they had last night. Coach Richie McKay he was interviewed and spoke a little bit about this organization and this event and how this came to be, and Coach Green also spoke a lot, but spoke as well. And they had all the coaches up. It was a fun event last night. We had some good food, and we were able to learn a little bit more about Athletes in Action. Homer Drew former Valpo coach, Hall of Famer on the men's side of things. He was the keynote speaker, so that was a fun way to kick off this classic day of basketball from really early afternoon till late at night. There'll be 3 games played. After this game, the Valpo men will play the Liberty men, and then the final game will be Indiana State and Florida Atlantic. Their men will wrap things up at the end of the evening. Again, our score, 38-29, Liberty women up here at halftime. Back to Nick in the studio after this timeout.
This broadcast of Liberty Flames Athletics is brought to you through underwriting support from Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. They offer complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord, and a new service center coming soon in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Lynchburg Nissan has been a proud supporter of Liberty University and an underwriting partner with The Journey. Lynchburg Nissan is thankful for the community's support for over 27 years and is committed to supporting community organizations like the Salvation Army. They offer new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Information for Lynchburg Nissan is available at lynchburgnissan.com. Thank you again for supporting your local Nissan dealer, Lynchburg Nissan.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at PearyFamilyDentistry.com. The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Now back to the halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
And welcome into the studio here in Lynchburg. Nick Pierce back here with you at the break. The Lady Flames and Valparaiso out in Xenia, Ohio. It is Liberty with a 38-29 lead at the half. Coming up here on the halftime report, we will look ahead to tonight's matchup. Liberty men taking on Valpo. That'll be a 5 o'clock Eastern tip-off. We'll have a comment from head coach Richie McKay ahead of that ball game. The Flames have a lot of newcomers here this year, getting their season underway as well. But for now, let's scan the out-of-town scoreboard here, built by Frank Good Builders. A lot of games going on in women's hoops this afternoon, and we will start with Liberty's next opponent. Duke Blue Devils already gone final today. Number 11 Duke, no problems with Radford, 89-36. Final score today at Cameron Indoor. Duke had 6 scorers in double figures in that game. Preseason number 3 in the ACC, and again ranked 11th in the country. Duke coming to town Thursday night at 7 o'clock. It'll be the home opener for the Lady Flames at Liberty Arena. So big-time matchup there. Lady Flames will have their work cut out for them coming up on Thursday. Elsewhere around women's hoops, Conference USA, a lot of games happening this afternoon as well. Some in progress, 4:36 to go in the third quarter. Louisiana Tech in a tight one, tied at 38 with Nichols. Elsewhere at the break, UTEP leading Tarleton State 22-14. And coming up a little bit later on, preseason favorite Middle Tennessee. Remember, the Blue Raiders made that run to the round of 32 last year in the NCAA tournament. They'll open their season at Northern Kentucky. FIU at home tonight against Florida National at 7 o'clock. That MTSU game, by the way, tips off at 6. Western Kentucky at Indiana State tonight at 7. Kennesaw State opens the year at home against Life University at 7 o'clock. 8:30. Man, some of these early games, they crack me up. Some of these schools I've never heard of. Life University, Florida National. Anyway, 8:30 tonight, a couple of schools you have heard of. Jacksonville State women visit Arizona State. Tip-off 8:30 Eastern in Tempe. And also at 8:30 Eastern tonight, New Mexico State is at UC Irvine. Let's look around Conference USA women's hoops. Some men's action this afternoon. No problem for Middle Tennessee. They are about to knock off Oglethorpe 97-49. Charleston 73-71 lead at Southern Illinois. 7:20 to go in that ball game. And Jacksonville State, another CUSC team in action today. No problems at home with LaGrange, 83-36 midway through the second half of that ball game. Out of town score again at the break in Xenia, Ohio. It is the Liberty Lady Flames leading Valpo 38-29. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue on here with a halftime report, and we'll hear from Flames men's basketball head coach Richie McKay as Liberty gets set to open its season a little later on this afternoon at 5 o'clock. At Valparaiso. You're locked into the halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team here on the Liberty Flame Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate, or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
At Carter Bank, we believe in a life lived full of plans, promise, and continuous growth. It's why our checking and savings accounts make it easy for you to earn high interest on your balances, so your money grows faster. All backed with the digital banking tools you need, so there's nothing holding you back from living life to its fullest. Open your new Carter Bank checking or savings account online in minutes at cbtcares.org or visit your local branch. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Athletics. Member FDIC.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has a full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tubs, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPros' 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Now back to the halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Nick Pierce back here with you in the studio at the break. It's the Liberty Lady Flames on top of Valparaiso, 38-29. We'll get you back out to Xenia, Ohio with Jamie Hall here in just a bit. Lady Flames hot shooting in the first half, 9 of 13 from beyond the arc. The exterior shooting presented by Century Exteriors. Leading the way, Emma Hess, 4 of 7 from the field. She's got 12 points to lead all scorers in this ball game, 4 of 4 from behind the arc. Jamie Hall will have a look at your complete first half statistics coming up here in just a little bit. Looking ahead to tonight, the Liberty men will open up the season at 5 o'clock Eastern at Valparaiso. Again, both the Flames and Lady Flames part of the Athletes in Action tip-off event. We'll have a little bit of a different-looking roster here this year. 5 newcomers on this team entering year 2 in Conference USA. Head coach Richie McKay hitting the transfer portal, bringing in some new faces. Heading into tonight's ball game, Coach McKay with his expectations for what you can see out of his team tonight.
When you have so many new players like we do, it's just going to be a little bit of a work in progress. As a coaching staff, that the guys that we have that are new aren't going to have the same habits nor quite the same familiarity with our defensive scheme. So got to make sure we stay together and communicative about what our hope and our standards are. And the neat thing is we got a group to coach.
Again, that's Coach McKay. He and his Liberty Flames will take on Valparaiso at 5 o'clock tonight. And that's just the climate that we're in now with college athletics, right? And the rosters turn over every year. The Flames will be facing a Valparaiso team picked 10th in the Missouri Valley Conference. They do return Colin Porter at the point guard position, Zach Cleveland at so some familiar faces still there for the Flames coming into this one, but we'll see how the newcomers mesh in coming up tonight at 5 o'clock. 4:30 airtime for the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Alan York will have the play-by-play story for you tonight in Xenia. And again, at the half, Liberty Lady Flames lead Valparaiso 38-29. We'll take our next break. When we come back, we'll send it back to Jamie Hall and have a look at your first half stats after you hear this from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. Employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you tackle your closing costs. Visit alcova.com/liberty today for details. Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
It's almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half, presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
Welcome back into Xenia, Ohio. Total athlete tip-off here on the campus of athletes section. And they brought in some bands for the halftime show. So hopefully you can hear me. They are good, but they are very, very loud inside this smallish facility as far as collegiate facilities are concerned. You definitely say it's on the small side. Matter of fact, the length of it goes beyond just this area where the court is. So it's actually, if you think about it, but if you are familiar with, say, Charleston Southern, that's about how many bleachers that you have on each side and on the end zone. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 3 or 4 more rows total than Charleston Southern. Holds 1,200 folks, but that could give you an idea if you're familiar with the old Big South days of playing down in the Buck Dome. But a brand new facility being christened today. Scoreboard hanging over the center. No, just lines on the court. No paint. Does have an Athletes in Action logo at center court, but pretty bland as far as that's concerned. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of different events inside this building between all the different sports and activities they host on this campus. Again, Liberty on top 38-29 at halftime. Your Larry's Tire and Auto stats. Flames shooting the ball 46% from the field. Valpo 33%. Leading scorer for Liberty is Emma Hess. She's got 12 points. Perfect 4-4 from behind the three-point arc. And Liberty will have the basketball to start the second half. Some beautiful offense. It's a curl at the top. Hodges comes off of a lob inside of Smuda, who lays it in with ease, and Liberty's up by 11, their largest lead of the game so far. Valparaiso with the basketball, first possession of the second half. On the drive is Ernest. Ernest draws the foul as Boone was defending her. Free throws ahead for Valparaiso. First foul on Asia Boone. One in serious foul trouble for the Flames in the first half. Payne Steenbergen had 2, no one else with more than 2. Gold and Ernest each had 2 for Valparaiso. Ernest hits the first free throw. The leading scorer for the Beacons in the first half was Katie Byer. She had 10. These two made free throws. Ernst has 9. And the Liberty lead is 9. 40-31. Hodges off of a pick. Will bounce it into Ayastadish. Goes back to Hodges. She's bumped and will shoot a complete throws as Macy Rhodes tried to get into position but couldn't get there in time. Flames 2 possessions to start the second half, and both of them ran very smoothly on offense. One got an easy layup, Smuda, and was had to Jordan Hodges if not for the contact. Jordan averaged 8.6 points a game last year, 3.5 rebounds, outstanding for a point guard, and 4.5 assists. 73% free throw shooter. Hits her first attempt. Extends the Liberty lead back out to 10. Second free throw also good. Flames back up by 11. Liberty back on defense. Fiona Connolly with the basketball for the Beacons. Tries a backdoor pass and it sails out of bounds. She was looking for Layla Gold. That Valparaiso turnover. Hess the near wing. She's going to go base cut off. Up top to Ayastadish. Now to Hodges. Into Smuda. Smuda dips to the basket. Muscles it in and gives a fist pump as she heads back up court. Flames lead 44-31. Then a foul called against Smuda. She was trying to play Nevaeh Jackson. First foul against Smuda. Second on Liberty here in the third quarter. 13-point lead for Liberty is their largest of the game. Valpo inbounds up top to Rhodes. Rhodes backs her way down into the paint. Finds Connolly. Connolly slips around, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul as she hooked Jordan Hodges. Connolly picks up her first personal foul. Liberty will get the ball back with 8:23 to go in the third quarter. Flames up 44-31. Liberty men will play Valpo in the second game of the day. Alan York will have the call. Flames back on offense. Jordan Hodges, backdoor dime to Bella Smuda, who lays it in. The Flames must have had an offensive clinic at halftime. They look so smooth coming out here in the second half. Each session has been run perfectly, and the Flames lead extended 15 a time by Valparaiso. Comes a full timeout with the team. Liberty up by 15 here on the Flame Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic, 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank and Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank and Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank and Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Frank Good Builders is a supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Welcome back into Xenia, Ohio. The Lady Flames on top of Valparaiso 46-31. This is the third meeting between these two teams. They played as well back in 2016 and 2017, a home and home, and both teams won on their home court. Liberty on the defensive side of things as we get back underway. This 15-point lead is the largest of the game. Come your side to Gold. Gold is cut off by us. Has to retreat it back outside. Byer down into the paint, guarded by Smuda. Picks up her dribble and kicks it to far side corner to Rhodes. Rhodes with 5 seconds to shoot. Guides her way into the paint, but missed the contested jumper. Emma Hess with the rebound. Asia Boone applied the defense. Hess is going to go the length of the court, goes through everybody and lays it in. Emma Hess with 14 points. Flames on top 48-31. 7:22 left to go in the third quarter. Valparaiso's Connolly is able to dish off the Gold, and Gold scores. 48-33 Liberty. 7:07 as the drum beats here in the third quarter. Hess outside to Hodges. Hodges has her pass deflected and stolen away by Byer. Valpo trying to run back the other way. Byer spins into the paint and draws a foul. Couple of free throws ahead for the Beacons. Last time they were called the Crusader. Which occurred a couple of seasons ago. Shooting the free throw is Katie Byer. Byer, 73% free throw shooter from a year ago. Missed the first, takes a dribble, makes the second. .48-31 was the largest lead of the game for Liberty. 3 points for Valpo since then. Hodges inside for Smuda, and Smuda couldn't quite handle the pass. It's eventually taken away by Connolly. Connolly goes the length of the court, has the ball knocked away from her, but gets it back and then out of bounds to Liberty. Jordan Hodges with some nice hands to knock that loose and eventually get the ball back for Liberty. 6:22 on the clock in the third quarter. Flames up 48-34. Hess off of a pick. We'll give it up top to Boone. Boone on the far side to Hess. Hess dumps into the paint to Smuda. Smuda squares up. Goes baseline, but missed the shot. Tried to get her own rebound, and she's going to be called for a foul. Last season, Bella Smuda was 50% shooter from the field, so this has been a bit of an uncharacteristic first game of the season for her shooting the ball. She picked up the foul as well there, so she'll check out of the game with a couple of personals. Emily Howard back in. Bella 4 of 10 to begin the game. Has 8 points, 5 rebounds. Foul called against Liberty. Emma Hess picks up the personal, and that's already 5 team fouls against the Flames. So free throws coming for Valparaiso. For Hess, that was her second personal foul as well. So Steenbergen, Smoot, and Hess each with 2 for the Flames. Gold, Ernest, and Rhodes with 2 fouls for Valparaiso. Nevaeh Jackson misses the free throw. We have not seen her sister, Sanaya Jackson, in this game. She played all 30 games a season ago and actually had a slightly higher scoring percentage than her sister did, but she has not played today. After the second free throw is good, the Flames lead is 48-35. We'll break down the new players on the court for Liberty here in just a moment. And you'll hear them as we go around the dial, though. Bedoza on the near side to Mills. Mills, skip pass across to Bedoza. She's able to secure it. Drives to the hoop, missed the shot. Howard, though, gets the offensive rebound, and her stick back is good. Emily Howard with her first field goal of the game. She's got 4 points total. Liberty's up by 15. Jackson on the drive, and then spins towards the middle and floats it in. Nice play by Nevaeh Jackson. 50-37 Liberty. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Do a timeout, next dead ball. Mills with it for Liberty. Tries a bullet pass to Howard, and it's picked off. Valparaiso gets the ball back. Flames with the 10 turnovers in the game. Valpo with 8. On the near side, Connolly crosses it over, drives towards the hoop, and is fouled by Brooke Moore, who had also come in during that last stoppage. Steenbergen, Howard, Bedoza, Moore, and Mills, the 5 on the floor for Liberty. A couple more free throws ahead for Valparaiso, but first a timeout on the court. With 4:31 to go in the third quarter, Liberty leading by 13 here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
4:31 to go third quarter. Liberty on top of Valparaiso 50-37. On the women's basketball side of things, these two universities' men's basketball teams will play a little bit later on this afternoon, 5 o'clock. Florida Atlantic and Indiana State will play the final game of the day. That's also a men's game. Let's do 3 matchups and the total athlete tip-off here in Xenia, Ohio on the campus of Athletes in Action. First free throw by Connolly is off the mark. Flames shooting percentage up to 51% for the game, shooting 71% in the third quarter so far. Valpo 36%, but they've been able to get more at the free throw line. They are now 15 of 20 from the free throw line. The Flames only 5 of 8. Liberty with the basketball, being pressured. Steenbergen goes far wing to Moore. Moore now to Mills. Mills in the middle. Steenbergen, cross-court pass to Moore. Moore for three, no good. The rebound is tipped to Byer. Up to Connolly and Valpo back on the attack. They trail by 12, been down by as many as 17. Connolly will reset at the top of the arc. 14 seconds to shoot. Near side to Ernest. Ernest up top to Byer. Byer's three-pointer is good. And it's back to a 9-point game. Byer with her third three-pointer of the game. And as I mentioned earlier, she was only 1 of 14 last season from three. Shooting much better today, and now she steals the ball as well. Picks off the pass. Gives it down court to Connolly, and Connolly going to be called for an offensive foul. Steenbergen stepped in and drew the charge. Bean coming off a season-ending injury during camp last year. Didn't play at all last season. So even more impressive for her to get in there and draw a charge in her first game action back, playing with the knee brace on her right leg. Bedoza running the point. Cross court to Mills. Mills back to Bedoza. She's going to drive and kick to Steenbergen. Steenbergen into the paint, spins. Back to Moore. Moore to Bedoza. Baseline drive and dish. And Howard finishes, I think. Nope, Steenbergen finished. Could not see any of that play because of Coach Green. Back the other way, Valparaiso goes the length of the court, and Nevaeh Jackson answers. 52-43 Liberty. Inside to the near side corner, I should say. Avery Mills' three-pointer is off the mark. Valpo gets the rebound, and they cherry-pick the opposite end. Nevaeh Jackson lays it through, and it's back to a 7-point Liberty lead. And the Flames will take a timeout. With 2:24 to go in the third quarter, what was once a 17-point Liberty advantage is down to 7. Flames starters will check back into the game. It's just a 30-second timeout, no media stoppage, so we'll keep it here. Again, Liberty led this game 48-31. Since then, it's a 14-4 Valparaiso run. They've done a lot of that damage at the free throw line. Scored 15 points at the free throw line. They're plus 10 compared to the Flames in that category. After the timeout, Jordan Hodges will inbound. To Boone. Boone back to Hodges. Connolly almost stole it away. Hodges, a couple of dribbles, bounces it underneath to a wide open Bella Smoot. I'm not sure who missed that assignment, but Bella is able to get the Flames back on track and back up by 9 by the palindrome score of 54-45. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Jackson lobs on the interior, and the Flames are going to be called for a foul. The intended receiver was Layla Gold. Jordan Hodges tried to step in and steal the ball. It was called for a foul, so more free throws for Valparaiso. First free throw is good. double-digit free throws in the third quarter for Valparaiso. After that trip to the line, the score is now 54-47. Liberty. Flames go inside to Smuda. Smuda's pass to the near wing is picked off by Connolly. Connolly down court for Valpo. In the corner to Ernest. Ernest is cut off and it's stolen away by Ayas Dadish. Flames get the ball back. Hodges all the way to the basket, missed the shot. The rebound tipped and eventually secured by Valpo's Jackson. Flames rush that offensive set. Now have to step back on defense where Jackson will take a three-pointer. Went too strong with it. Ernest, though, with the rebound and tips it in. We're down to a 5-point game with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. We're going to get a foul against Valpo. Asia Boone went on the drive. That's only the fourth team foul against the Beacons, though, so they had one to give. Well, actually, it's not gone up on the board yet, so they may have had two fouls to give. Maybe I was a little slow looking up at the scoreboard. It says 3, and it hasn't changed since I've been looking at it. So now the referee is saying the same thing. Should it be 4 team fouls or should it be 3? They're going to get this sorted out. It wasn't just me that noticed no change on the board. Either scoreboard operator had the quickest finger possible and put that foul up before the official finished blowing the whistle, or they haven't put it up yet. Now they have. It's bonus for the Flames if they're fouled again in this final 40 seconds. Ayas Dadish at the top of the arc for Liberty. She's going to dribble towards the basket. Is bumped, no call. Missed the shot. Smuda got the rebound and muscles it in. Boy, she got hit too. No call on either of the two Flames post players, but Smuda scores either way. About a second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And a timeout going to be taken by Valparaiso. And a little discussion I was eavesdropping on between Coach Green and the two officials. As timeout was taken by Valparaiso as the trap near midcourt almost forced a turnover. Coach Green thought that there was a traveling violation before the timeout was awarded, or it should have been a traveling violation before the timeout was awarded. The official that granted the timeout said timeout first. The official on the far side of the court said, I didn't think there was a travel. Coach Green then kind of mimicked what she did, and the official said, well, maybe, but we didn't get it if it was. So that should be 2 timeouts remaining for Valpo. Should be 3 timeouts remaining for Liberty. Shot clock has actually been turned off, so there must have been dead on as far as the shot and game clock. Valpo will inbound on the near sideline where Macy Rhodes will send it in. Inbound pass comes to Ray Redmond, R-A-Y-E hyphen Redmond, R-E-D-M-O-N-D. First name Raven. One of the coolest names so far this year. He bounces at the top of the arc to Ernest. 7 seconds on the game clock as she goes baseline, then has her pass picked off. Whoa, but it goes out of bounds. Asia Boone couldn't quite track it down. It goes out of bounds with 2.2 seconds to go. Valpo will inbound on the baseline. Flames organized defensively as the Crusaders look to lob it in. Inbound pass comes to Ernest, and she has her shot blocked, but a foul call. Wow. Looked pretty clean. Smuda looks to be in disbelief. Ernest will shoot a couple of free throws for Valparaiso. They have lived at the free throw line in this game. This will be their 23rd and 24th attempts. Ernest makes the first. Only 7/10 on the clock for the Flames to work with after the free throws. Ernest takes a couple of dribbles, spins the ball. Second free throw is also good. Flames will just inbound and run the clock out. As we go to the end of the third quarter with Liberty's lead down to 5. 56-51 Flames. We'll be back to finish things off in the fourth after this timeout on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at GentryLock.com.
Be at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg for Lady Flames basketball.
Steenbergen again for three. Got it.
This Thursday, Liberty plays its home opener against the Duke Blue Devils. Tip-off time is 7 p.m. Fans get free Red Rally towels. Get your red on and help us red out the arena. Then on Saturday, Liberty battles Cal Baptist at 7 p.m. It's Military Appreciation Night with discounted tickets for service members and veterans. Get your tickets now at LUWbasketball.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
Third quarter started off extremely well for the Flames. They ran some nice offense, pushed the lead out to 27. Went on a 27-9 run that spanned the halves to push the lead out to 48-31. Again, that was only a couple minutes into the third quarter, but after that, a 14-4 Valparaiso run. Cut it to 7 at that point, and they've gotten it all the way down to 5. As we enter the fourth quarter with the Beacons having the basketball. Flames have their starters on the court. Smuda Boone, Hess, Hodges, and Ayastadish. Connolly in the offense for Valpo. Hands off to Gold. Gold comes up top. Wadashek. Wadashek back to Connolly. Connolly bounce pass on the far side to Gold. Her three-pointer is off the back of the rim, and the Flames get the board. Jordan Hodges up to Hess. Hess now up top to Hodges. She awaits the screen, goes to the far wing and gets Hess. Turns into a three-pointer. Boom! Emma Hess. Quick release three. She continues to have the hot hand on the game. Had been kind of quiet in the third quarter. They'd guarded her well there, but she still took the shot and made it to give the Flames a 59-51 lead. Liberty on defense. Ernest will drive, spins, is cut off, defended by Boone, has to kick it back outside to Rhodes. Rhodes attacks and kicks to Wadachek. Her three is off the mark, and Liberty gets the rebound. Hess now 17 points in the game, leads all scorers. Hodges with the ball for Liberty, Flames up by 7. She'll drive, scoops, but missed. Flames lead by 8, I should say. 8-point lead for Liberty, 59-51. Valpo with the rebound. They've got the basketball with 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Near side Ernest for three. High arcing shot, missed it. The rebound is controlled by Hess, who had to trek it down. She now goes up court herself and is fouled. Foul call goes against Ernest. That's 3 on Ernest. He's the first player on Valparaiso with 3 fouls. Bella Smuda has 3 for the Flames. Hodges inbounding, But first we're going to have an offensive foul against Aya Stadish. She's going to be called for pushing off, trying to get some space, cutting down the lane. (59-51) Liberty. 8:17 to go. Clock running here in the fourth quarter. Beacons with the basketball, and they throw it away. Jackson wasn't looking for the pass. Connolly tried to give her. Liberty back on the attack the other way. Aya Stadish to Hodges, and Hodges lays it in. Nice pass break by the Flames after the turnover, and it's back to a double-digit Liberty lead. Gold with the ball in the gold jersey, white numbers for Valpo. He's guarded by Aya Stadish, will drive to the basket and has her shot swatted out of bounds by Elizabeth. Liberty in the white unis with red numbers, baby blue rim. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Valparaiso having a little trouble getting it in, and they do just in time to Nevaeh Jackson. Out to Connolly. Up top to Ernest. She skips it around to Byer, to Jackson, now to Gold for three, and nails it. Back to a 7-point Liberty lead. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Hess at the top of the arc, now to Hodges. She's left open for three, and she hits. Wow, both teams putting on a shooting clinic from outside the arc in this game. Flames 11 of 17. Valpo has hit 7 3-pointers themselves. A little more volume. They've shot 21 times. Ernest with the ball. Guarded well by Aya Stadish. Kicks it back outside to Connolly. Connolly, near side wing to Jackson. Jackson drives baseline. Nothing for. Has to pass outside to the far wing where it's picked off by Aya Stadish. But then the Flames, now they can handle it as it comes back up to Hess, and she lost the ball. So teams trade turnovers, and we've got an injured Valparaiso player. Layla Gold is still on the floor near midcourt. Liberty forced the turnover. The ball was loose for a little bit. They finally got their hands on it, but then as it went up court, lost it again. So it will be Valparaiso's possession. 6:42 to go in the game. Liberty leading 64-54. Emma Hess with 17. Bella Smuda with 12. Jordan Hodges now with 12 and 7 assists. Solid game for Zero. The vast majority of the Flames scoring has come from the starters. Only 11 bench points for the Flames, 18 bench points for Valpo. Ernest inbounds. Building got quiet there. A good crowd, though. Almost an entirely packed bleacher across from us and pretty full behind us. Valparaiso going to go down low to Rhodes. Rhodes has her shot swatted out of bounds by Emma Hess. A little Beaver Creek on Beaver Creek crime. They didn't go to the same high school, so they might have been rivals playing back in their youth. 10 seconds to shoot for the Beacons as they'll try to lob it on the inside, looking for Jackson, but goes over her head. However, a foul going to be whistled against the Flames that will reset the shot clock to 20 and give Valpo an inbounds on the baseline. Jordan Hodges picks up the personal foul. That is her second. Inbound pass. Finds its way to Ernest. Now in the corner to Connolly. Her three-pointer's off the mark, and Aya Stadish gets the rebound for the Flames. 11 rebounds for Elizabeth. She leads everybody in that category. Hodges at the top of the arc for Liberty. Picks up her dribble, goes far wing to Aya Stadish. Now to Smuda. Smuda has her shot blocked from behind by Jackson. And Valpo comes away with the basketball. Ernest down court. Stuck in the paint. Has to pass it back outside to Jackson, and Jackson gives to Connolly. Connolly at the top of the arc, one-on-one with Hodges. Works her way in and hangs in the air and draws the foul. That will be the third personal foul against Jordan Hodges, and free throws ahead for the Crusaders. This will be their 25th and 26th free throw attempts of the game. The Flames have only taken 8. First is off the mark by Connolly. The lead holds at 10, 64-54. Now it's 9 as Connolly hits the second. She has 2 points in the game. As you might have been able to guess, both at the free throw line. Emily Howard has checked in for Liberty to give Smuda a rest. Flames on offense. Asia Boone takes some dribbles. Gets the ball knocked away from her, takes it back over to Hodges. Up top to Howard, 6 seconds to shoot to Boone. Boone bounce pass into Howard. Howard, little turnaround, no good, but an offensive rebound by Aya Stadish, and she scores at the horn. 66-55 Liberty. Elizabeth with her 5th point of the game, matching those 12 rebounds now. Jackson to Connolly. Ernest goes in the corner to Byer. Byer's cut off. Skips it across to Jackson, to Rhodes. Her three-pointer's too strong. The rebound all the way outside to Jordan Hodges. The Flames bring it back up court. Aya Stadish will give it back to Hodges, and Hodges will settle things down for Liberty. 4.5 to go in the game. Flames up by 11. Hess, backdoor pass to Hodges. Over the head shot. It falls. Foul called as well. Jordan Hodges will step to the line for a chance at a three-point play. That one's going to go on the 0 highlight reel. No doubt about it. Wow. Liberty up 68-55, 4:26 to go, and a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well and be back after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
This broadcast of Liberty Flames Athletics is brought to you through underwriting support from Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. They offer complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord, and a new service center coming soon in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
4:26 to go in the basketball game. Lady Flames on top of Valpo 68-55. Jamie Hall here with you in Xenia, Ohio. Nick Pierce back in the studio. Stay tuned for our Coca-Cola post-game show. Flames shooting some free throws. Every free throw they make this season, another 100 meals donated to the local area food banks through the Food Line Feed Score to Give More campaign. And I think our play of the game has already been determined. It was that last one. Freedom First Credit Union play of the game was Jordan Hodges. The over-the-head no-look layup as she was being fouled. She finishes it off by hitting the free throw, and Liberty's up 69-55. Valpo with the basketball. They're going to try a three-pointer. It's off the mark. Liberty with the board. Flames have been able to withstand the run that Valpo put on at the end of the third quarter, into the beginning of the fourth quarter, and now been able to get the lead out to a comfortable number. But as I say that, an offensive foul will give it back to the Beacons. Emily Howard a little too forceful down low. She picks up the foul. Again, it's almost, this is pretty close to a packed house. There's a few bleacher seats here and there that are empty for the most part. If it holds 1,200, which is what it's listed as, there's pretty darn close to 1,200 people here then for this opening game of the college basketball season for each of these squads. Byer down low for Valpo. She turns along the baseline and has her shot blocked by Emily Howard. Then it goes off of Byer and out of bounds. What a defensive play by Emily to give it back to the Flames. Liberty up 69-55. 3.5 to go in the contest. Hess off of a screen. Goes on the far side to Boone. Now to Ayastadish. Skip pass up to Hess. Hess for three. Too strong. She hasn't missed many today. That's the first three-pointer she's missed. She's 5 of 6 from outside the arc. 6 of 11 overall. On the other end of the court, Asia Boone steps in and draws another charge. 3 times in this game, Asia Boone has stood her ground and drawn a foul. Liberty up by 14 with 3:07 left. Hodges, Ayastadish, Hess, Howard, and Boone on the court for Liberty. It comes to Boone on the near side. Jackson on her. Now goes over to the far wing. Bounces it up top to Ayastadish, to Hodges. Wide open for three. Got it. Missed assignment. Leads to another Liberty three-pointer. The Flames 12 of 19 from three. They've scored the last 8 points in this game, and they lead 72-55. Valpo with the basketball. Ernest turns into Hess, and a blocking foul will be called against Hess. And you could kind of audibly tell the crowd, which has quite a few Emma Hess fans in it, did not agree with the call. Not sure of the footwork. From where I'm sitting, it's on the far end of the court, but Ernest definitely led with her forearm, so I'm assuming the official saw that maybe Emma wasn't stationary, and that was why it was called a block. But if you just look up top, there was an awful lot of arm contact into Hess. So it's the official's first game of the season as well, and that's a tough one. Block charges are always difficult. But maybe Rasheed Wallace had something. Free throws off the mark. If she misses the second one, I'm going to say ball don't lie. No, she made the second one, so the ball fibs? I don't know. Somewhere in between. 72-56. Liberty with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game. Boone out to Hodges. Hodges drives baseline, then kicks it to Hess. Wide open three near corner. Boom! Asia Boone with the feed to Hodges. Hodges finds Hess, and Hess with her 20th point of the game. Liberty with their largest lead at 19. Valpo going to try to answer. A three-pointer by Byer is missed. The Flames going to run it up court. Wide open layup for Emily Howard as she was sprinting down to find the pass. Liberty by 21. And a traveling violation on Valpo will give it right back to the Flames. A 13-1 Liberty run over the last 3.5 minutes has put this game away. Flames 13 of 20 from behind the arc. 54% overall from the field. Hodges with the basketball for Liberty. The pass goes astray. A little miscommunication between Hodges and Hess. That hasn't happened very many times today between the two of them. That is the 16th turnover, though, for the Flames. Valpo with 14. expect a few more turnovers than you would like in the first game of the season. Flames will run a line change here in a moment as they have a fresh 5 at the scorer's table. Valpo with the basketball. Ernest turns towards the baseline and draws some contact. She'll shoot some free throws. With 1:05 to go, Boone picks up the foul. She'll check out of the game. 9 points for her. 31 minutes of playing time. Hodges also out. With 18 points, 8 assists. Aya Stadish, 5 points, career high 12 rebounds. She played 29 minutes in the game. Hess with 20 points, 6 boards, 5 assists in 32 minutes on the floor. Emily Howard has also come out of the game. She had 6 points in 13 minutes of playing time. Ernest makes the free throw. Flames put a fresh 5 on the floor, but it looks like they're going to put one more player on the floor, another sub. So second free throw is off the mark. The lead is 20. Flames with the basketball. Steenbergen's going to be called for traveling, and that'll give it back over to Valpo. Flames are going to bring Bedoza out of the game. I think it wasn't Coach Green's intention of putting her in because he wanted to get everybody playing time. So we see Claudia Athene in for Liberty. Avery Mills is back out on the court. That's Claudia's first minutes of the game. We also see Emma Soldis. Emma Soldis in for the first time as well. She, as well as Steenbergen, have a brace on their right knees. Emma missed, as did Peen, all of last season with an injury, so she didn't play at all for Liberty her freshman year. First free throw by Mor Shabti, the true freshman from Israel, 5'4". Spent 2 years in the Israeli Army, also played in the Israeli Premier League in women's basketball. Makes 1 of 2 free throws, 77-58. So Athene running the point. Brooke Moore back in the game for Liberty. Mills, Steenbergen, and Soldis. And if Emma Soldis sounds out of place, she actually had a name change from last year. I think the Soldis was a part of her name always, but her Disherdatish was also in her full surname, and that was what we called her last year. Well, she didn't play, but that's what we called her and introduced her as. She now is going to be referred to as Emma Soldis. Timeout has been taken by Valparaiso. Liberty leading 77-58 with 41.4 to go in the game. Again, the 2 men's teams from these universities will play next. And then the men's squads from Florida Atlantic and Indiana State will finish up the night in this total athlete tip-off in Xenia, Ohio, on the campus of Athletes in Action. Out of the huddle, looks like nothing has changed for the Flames. And don't notice any changes for Valpo either. Lineup seems to be identical. Liberty's Athene will inbound on the far side of the court in front of the very few seats that are empty. The high dollar seats right there on the far side. There's about 10 that are empty, but the stands are pretty much full. Flames with the basketball, and they lose control of it as Steenbergen couldn't quite hold the handle. She's tied up. The arrow will keep it with Liberty. The shot clock shows 20, and the game clock shows 32.7. 77-58 Liberty as time is winding down. The officials saw the same thing I did. Should the shot clock say 20? I don't think it should. I think the shot clock's going to be closer to 10, maybe? Let's see. 16. 16 is going to be on the shot clock. Athene inbounds to Soldis, and then her pass to the near side, a little miscommunication between her and Moore. Moore went to the corner. I think she thought Brooke was going to come towards her. Liberty with turnover number 18. It's certainly one of the negatives for this game, but overall you got to love the start for the Lady Flames on offense. They shot the ball extremely well. Valpo with 14 seconds to go on the shot clock off. Will go to Ray Redmond. She drives in and has her shot blocked by Steenbergen. Athene will dribble it down court for the Flames to Steenbergen, and time will expire. The horn sounds and the game ends with a 77-58 Liberty victory in the opening game of the season against Valparaiso. Flames coming off of a season a year ago that saw them finish in a tie for second in Conference USA with a 15-5 record, 18-16 overall against a very tough schedule a year ago. And they've got some tough games on this year's schedule as well. Maybe not quite as many as last year, but still. Duke, for example, back in Lynchburg on Thursday night. That's going to be a very tough basketball game. So the Flames open up the year 1-0, Valparaiso 0-1. We will have an entire recap of how we got to this point, as well as a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Frank Good Builders, with Nick back in the studio. That and so much more when we come back after this timeout and have the Coca-Cola Locker Room Report. Liberty 77, Valparaiso 58 on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development is a proud underwriting supporter of Liberty Athletics and the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Jason and his team provide buyers and sellers with their expertise in residential, commercial, investment, and church real estate. Jason can be reached by phone at 434-258-8827 or by email at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. The Liberty Flames Sports Network thanks Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development for his support.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
Lynchburg Nissan has been a proud supporter of Liberty University and an underwriting partner with The Journey. Lynchburg Nissan is thankful for the community's support for over 27 years and is committed to supporting community organizations like the Salvation Army. They offer new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Information for Lynchburg Nissan is available at lynchburgnissan.com. Thank you again for supporting your local Nissan dealer, Lynchburg Nissan.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brawburgers. More information is available at CrossroadsFamilyDentistryBA.com.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton, and people often ask me, what is the Good Feet store? I respond, we are an arch support store. When you come in, our staff is going to welcome you and listen to your needs. We want to learn about you, your lifestyle, your work, and the types of shoes you enjoy wearing. Then after measuring your feet, we are going to fit you from a selection of over 300 styles and sizes of arch supports. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
The game is over, but we're just getting started with the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Coming up, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair will present the final game statistics. Head coach Kerry Green will stop by to give his thoughts on the game, and we'll update the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders. Now let's head back inside the arena for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Welcome back into Xenia, Ohio, where the Lady Flames get a victory over Valparaiso by a final score of 77-58. Going to get a chance to talk to Coach Carrie Green a little bit later on, as well as our player of the game. Brought to you by Thompson Brooks Insurance, and how do you not pick Emma Hess? I mean, there's some good candidates for player of the game, but Emma finishes up with 20 points, 6 of 7 from 3, hit her first 6, 7-11 overall from the field, chipped in 6 rebounds, and had 5 assists all the way around. Boy, you could certainly make a case for Jordan Hodges as well. 18 points for her and 8 assists running the point guard position. Bella Smuda had 12. Asia Boone 9. Elizabeth Ayestada, she had 5 points, 5 assists, and 12 rebounds, a career high. Emily Howard off the bench with 6 points. 3 points for Brooke Moore. Great to see her back out on the court after that just devastating injury in January of this year, last season, but of this year. Again, she had 3 points and a couple of rebounds. Anna Badoza in her first game as a Lady Flame finished up with a couple points, a couple of assists. Peen Steenbergen, also good to see her back out on the floor after that season-ending injury last year. She had a couple of points and a rebound. Limited playing time, but still was able to get on the board. We also saw the debut of Avery Mills and Emma Soldis. Claudia Athene also got in the game for the last minute. Picked up a rebound in that 59 seconds of playing time. There was the biggest lead for the Flames was 21 points. The biggest lead for Valparaiso was 2 points, but that was in the first minute of the game. Liberty was able to push the lead out to a 5 in the early going. Valpo went on a 6-0 run to take a 22-21 lead. And then it was all Flames at the end of the second into the beginning of the third. A 27-9 Liberty run. They led 38-31 at that time, but then Valpo scored 14 of the next 18 points to cut the lead from 17 to 7. Got it down to a 5-point lead at the end of the third quarter, but it was all Liberty in the fourth as they held the Beacons. Hard not to say Crusaders. Caught myself almost saying Crusaders a few times on the broadcast. They changed their name a couple of years ago. Points in the fourth quarter and won the game 77-58. Leading scorer for the Beacons was Leah Ernest. She does that quite often. She had 15 points. 10 of those points came from the free throw line, 10 of 12. 14 points off the bench for Katie Byer and 11 points for Layla Gold. Liberty's final shooting percentage was 54% for the game. The Beacons 33%. Flames 13 of 20 from 3, 65%. Those three-point numbers brought to you by Century Exteriors. The Beacons 7 of 25 from 3. The one category that Valpo won decidedly was the free throw line. They were 23 of 32 from the free throw line, 72%. The Flames were 6 of 9 for 67%. Liberty finished up with 22 assists, 18 turnovers. Valpo 10 assists, 14 turnovers, and Liberty won the rebounding battle 35-21, including 11-5 in offensive rebounding. Points off turnovers, 14-12. Liberty points in the paint, 30-14. Flames second chance points, 14-8. Liberty fast break points 6 apiece, and bench points went Valpo's way, 19-13. We'll take a timeout, and then we'll go back into the studio where Nick Pierce has a look at your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Our final from Xenia, Ohio, Liberty 77, Valparaiso 58, and the first of a doubleheader with the men's teams playing coming up around 5 o'clock. The final game of the day will be Florida Atlantic taking on I just absolutely drew a blank. Look at the border over there. Indiana State. Florida Atlantic and Indiana State, the final game on the men's side of the evening. We'll throw it back to the studio after this timeout. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local buyer.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Be at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg for Lady Flames basketball.
Steenbergen again for three. Got it.
This Thursday, Liberty plays its home opener against the Duke Blue Devils. Tip-off time is 7 p.m. Fans get free Red Rally towels. Get your red on and help us red out the arena. Then on Saturday, Liberty battles Cal Baptist at 7 p.m. It's Military Appreciation Night with discounted tickets for service members and veterans. Get your tickets now at luwbasketball.com.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
You've been listening to live radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Flames up by 11. Hess, backdoor pass to Hodges. Over the head shot. It falls. Foul called as well. Jordan Hodges will step to the line for a chance at a three-point play. That one's going to go on the zero highlight reel. No doubt about it. Wow.
Yeah, already did. That's our play of the game here today for the Lady Flames as they come away with the win over Valpo. Final score, Liberty 77, Valpo 58. Nick Pierce back here with you inside the studio in Lynchburg. It's time to check the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders. By the way, Jordan Hodges finishes up with 18 today for the Lady Flames. Emma Hess leading the Liberty Lady Flames in all scores with 20 points. She knocked down 6 3-pointers. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Kerry Green, our player of the game, and much more. Quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard, though. Like I said, Conference USA action. A couple of games in the books already today. Tight one, but Louisiana Tech goes to 1-0 with a 53-51 win over Nichols. Lady Flames, obviously, they got the win. And then UTEP, a winner today over Tarleton State, 52-49, the final in that one. So Conference USA off to a 3-0 start in women's hoops. Later tonight, the preseason number 1, defending conference champs, Middle Tennessee is at Northern Kentucky. That'll be a 6 o'clock Eastern tip there. Western Kentucky and Indiana State tonight in Terre Haute at 7 Eastern. Jacksonville State at Arizona State, 8:30 Eastern tip there. Those are a few games coming up later tonight. Final from earlier today, Liberty's next opponent, number 11 Duke, rolls over Radford, 89-36. Blue Devils go to 1-0. They had 6 players in double figures today. on the scoreboard. So big, tough task coming up for the Liberty Lady Flames on Thursday night in Lynchburg. And that'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off at Liberty Arena when the Lady Flames welcome in the Duke Blue Devils for the home opener. Second time I can remember Duke coming to Lynchburg. Last time it was in the Vine Center, though. So it's been a few years. So big-time home opener for the Lady Flames Thursday night. And then Cal Baptist will come to town Saturday night. Next two for the Liberty Lady Flames are at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg. Later tonight, Liberty men will get the season underway. 5 o'clock start time for head coach Richie McKay's team. Flames will take on Valpo, part of this Athletes in Action, not tournament, but event in Xenia, Ohio. So that'll be, again, at 5 o'clock tonight. Tip-off for the Liberty men taking on Valpo. Flames picked number 5 in the preseason Conference USA poll, along with UTEP, tie for 5th place in the preseason poll. Valpo picked 10th out of 12 teams in the Missouri Valley preseason poll. Let's get to some sound from head coach Richie McKay. His team will take the floor tonight with 5 newcomers. Here's what Coach McKay had to say about expectations coming in.
When you have so many new players like we do, it's just going to be a little bit of a work in progress, and we got to be mindful of that. I think there's some concessions that we have to have as a coaching staff that the guys that we have that are new aren't going to have the same habits nor quite the same familiarity with our defensive scheme. So got to make sure we stay together and communicative about what our hope and our standards are. And the neat thing is we got an unbelievable group of coaches.
Again, that's head coach Richie McKay. His Flames in action tonight at 5 o'clock Eastern. 4:30 airtime on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Alan York will have the play-by-play story for you. You can hear that game over on 107.5 FM in Lynchburg. Sports Radio WPLY will have the play-by-play call for you. Also, the Liberty Flames Sports Network, libertyflames.com, Liberty Flames mobile app. Lots of ways you can access the game tonight as the Liberty men get the season underway. And again, the Lady Flames winner today over Valpo. Final score in Xenia, Ohio, 77-58. Liberty with the win. And we will take another break. When we come back, we'll send it back to Xenia, and hopefully head coach Kerry Green will be joining Jamie Hall for a post-game conversation. All that and more coming up on the other side of this break. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. As an employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount, up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you tackle your closing costs. Visit alcova.com/liberty today for details. Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carter Bank, we believe in a life lived full of plans, promise, and continuous growth. It's why our checking and savings accounts make it easy for you to earn high interest on your balances, so your money grows faster. All backed with the digital banking tools you need, so there's nothing holding you back from living life to its fullest. Open your new Carter Bank checking or savings account online in minutes at cbtcares.org or visit your local branch. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Athletics. Member FDIC.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit carillionclinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
Earthright
You've been listening to live radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Valparaiso going to go down low to Rhodes. Rhodes has her shot swatted out of bounds by Emma Hess. A little Beaver Creek on Beaver Creek crime. They didn't go to the same high school, so they might have been rivals.
It's a good opening question as I've got Emma Hess on now, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. Were you guys rivals in high school, you and Rhodes?
No, we actually never played against each other, but we did play for the same club when we were in like 5th and 6th grade, but she's a year younger than me, so we never played on the same team.
Gotcha. Nice little reunion. As you walked over, I was like, this is kind of how you would have scripted it probably. You get 20 points, you win the game, you got a big crowd, and fans here.
Yeah, I couldn't have asked for anything more. This is exactly how I dreamed about it.
You, as a team, if I would have said no one's going to guard you, would you have shot that well from 3?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I understand you've got confidence, but are there days in practice when you're just practicing three-pointers as a team? Would you shoot almost 70%? That's amazing.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of crazy. I didn't realize we shot it that well, but.
I'll give you the actual number.
Oh, yeah.
How about 13 of 20, 65%?
Yeah, we've been working on shooting more threes. We've been working on that since the summer, game like 3, so obviously it's paying off. We got to keep doing what we're doing in practice.
You got to love this style of game. I mean, you got to feed the post. You got to keep Bella happy. You got to keep Emily happy too. But if there was a few, 3-point shoot-offs between teams like Valpo, you'd be okay with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This was a guards game, honestly. They played 5 guards, so, it helped our guards out.
That's true. And there were times when Bella or Emily had to guard 3-point shooters.
Yeah.
Got a big block, but then they also were able to hit a couple because it is tough. I mean, if you're a post player, it's tough to get all the way out to the perimeter and then also have your rebounding assignments as well. You chipped in, got some rebounds yourself.
Yep.
We always see Jordan Hodges getting in the mix and knocking some people around, getting some rebounds. Elizabeth, 12 rebounds in the game, career high for her.
That's awesome.
The starters, really, it seemed like everybody kind of had their own little niche, but you guys played well.
Yeah, we got contributions from everyone. It was a great team win. Super proud of us.
Did it feel like a high school home game because of the crowd? I mean, it's a good crowd here.
Yeah, it was pretty much full. I looked around, I didn't see many empty seats, and this does feel like a high school gym, just the compactness of it. But
1,200 is the capacity, and 1,200 was the attendance. So they said it was a sold-out game. A few seats empty, but then there were also some people kind of over in that lounge area just sort of hanging out too. So, full house today. The 2 bands were here. I don't know if you got to hear them at halftime. They were good but very, very loud, so it was an intimidating environment. So this overall, your thoughts on this classic, this tip-off event?
This was just awesome. Like, if I had the opportunity to play in this again, I would be so excited. So sad I'm graduating, but this is awesome. I hope they keep putting this event on for years to come.
Now, yesterday the team got to go have dinner at the Hess house. What was on the menu?
Oh, we had some pulled pork, some mac and cheese, green beans, salad, fruit, and some cookies. It was amazing. It was awesome.
I feel like your family loves that role of hosting.
Yes.
That was right in their DNA.
Yeah. My whole family was there. All my siblings, my parents, my grandparents. Emily's parents were there, so it was great. It really felt like, Bella said that was her Thanksgiving, getting to spend having a meal with somebody's family. So it was so much fun.
That's awesome. Well, you don't have a lot of time to celebrate this one because you get on a plane, you head back to Lynchburg, and Thursday you just happen to play a team called Duke that won their game, I think, by 90 earlier today. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but they really shellacked Radford earlier today. So
they played Radford?
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge on Thursday. How do you kind of enjoy this for a few moments, but then start looking ahead?
Yeah, I think you got to take the day to celebrate the win. So we'll take today, celebrate, have fun. Tomorrow we're locked in on Duke.
And it's at home, so hopefully a good crowd.
Yep.
Back-to-back home games. You also play Cal Baptist, which is another great team from a year ago. So should be fun. A lot of great opportunities to see the Lady Flames back in Liberty Arena. Go to libertyflames.com and get your tickets right now. You can get season tickets now, and you didn't miss anything because this wouldn't have mattered. This was a road game anyway, or a neutral site game. So how close are you to your high school from where we sit?
Oh, you can walk. It's maybe a 5-minute walk.
Okay.
There's like soccer and softball fields out here. That's where I used to play my home soccer games, my home softball games. I would walk here for practice after school.
Was it affiliated? Was your school affiliated with Athletes in Action?
I'm not sure if we're affiliated or not, but before they built this gym, they would use our high school basketball gym for their basketball events, and they would let us use their like soccer and baseball and softball field. So it's kind of like a trade-off.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, and their headquarters is on the same campus as our high school, which is just their headquarters is right down the street.
Just,
so.
and then the banquet hall last night,
center.
Which was really cool. Got to see Homer Drew, and he gave a nice speech, and the Hall of Fame basketball coach at Valparaiso on the men's side of things. It's kind of a cool banquet. They, there's always some things where they try to embarrass and ask silly questions and things, but it was kind of fun. Good food.
It was fun. And fun fact, we used to eat lunch in there when I was in like first, second, and third grade. We would walk over there for lunch, and I had a homecoming or two in there, so I'm familiar with that place too.
Wow. Okay. Was the food as good back then as it is now?
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember it being bad.
All right, outstanding. Well, Emma, congratulations on a great game today, a big win, get the season off on the right foot, and we'll see you back in Lynchburg on Thursday.
Awesome. Thank you, Jamie.
That was Emma Hess, our Thompson Brooks Insurance player of the game, and we're going to get Coach Kerry Green in here and have a quick conversation with him before we wrap things up on the broadcast. Liberty men will take on Valpo just after 5 o'clock. Alan York will have the call. You can follow along on the Liberty Flames app, website, on the radio, and also on Facebook. Coach has got the post-game meal of champions, some trail mix and a Gatorade Zero. You got to stay hydrated because you get on those airplanes.
Jamie, we already know Krispy Kreme is 15 minutes away.
Okay, so it's already been DoorDash. It's coming.
Well, I don't know about that, but I didn't have anything to do with it. But I will eat it. Okay, I'm sorry, Denise. That's the way it's going to be. They show up. I cannot resist the temptation of a Krispy Kreme.
At the banquet last night, they kind of called you out on the Krispy Kremes.
They called me out. You know what's my favorite dessert? They had me pegged. They had the scouting report on me. He's got a weakness for Krispy Kremes.
I've never seen you have a turnover either. I've never seen you drop one of those.
No, that don't happen. And if I did, the 3-second, 5-second rule, it would came off the floor really quick.
Nice.
Off the ground. But
I know there were times in this game that you were frustrated, and you don't often take timeouts just to kind of get things under control, but that happened in the third quarter. Third quarter was a weird. Mm-hmm. It was like night and day. You guys came out
in the third quarter.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, did we bump it up to 20? It was 18, or it was way up there.
48-31.
48-31. So it's a 17-point game.
They scored,
and then we get outscored by like 10. So now it's a 7-point game. That was disappointing. The facts are the facts. Fact check, okay? We had young players in there, and we needed them, and it was a great team win. A good example of Anna, I thought really did well at the point guard, but she was coming off an injury, so we didn't need to keep her out there very often. And he had some quality times, and I really thought that Emily Howard had some quality minutes there. But during that period of time, I think it was maybe around the 6-minute mark that we needed the second group to come in and rest us, and they'd done well in the first half. And it was during that period of time they got some run-outs, and they made their run, and they had to call a timeout to get the others back in, stop the bleeding. And I feel for that group that I had to take out, but we just need to make some changes at that point in time. We'll be okay. We need them, and one game don't define us. Don't define the individual, don't define the team. We got to stay in the process, and it's sweet blessing to be working with these young ladies and seeing them grow and grow in character. But we're in a process, and one game doesn't define us. And yet we have some girls who really played well good night. Emma Hess, shooting those threes. And, could you write a better storyline for her? And she'll never forget this, coming home and playing against a very good Valpo and walking away with the MVP. And she was integral in our victory, obviously. You have somebody like Elizabeth ripping down 12 boards. You have really Jordan Hodges is an unbelievable player. She had, I think, 18 points, and assist ratio was 8-3.
Yeah.
And she was a key. And then, she made her free throws. We weren't too good at the free throw line, but didn't get there enough either. What's sort of scary is that we're going to depend on those three-pointers, and we really shot well, and we're a good shooting team. But you shoot more threes than you do get to the free throw line. Sometimes that's like playing around the fireplace or the oven, and you're going to get burnt, or you don't play in the streets. But that is who we are, and we need more solid game inside so we can go inside out. Too many turnovers, but it's a process, and I'm happy with this victory and so pleased with these young ladies. And we got a tough one coming up. Okay, we're going to celebrate, eat the Krispy Kremes, and then we have Duke coming to town. We want Flames Nation to be there. It's a red out, I'm understanding. And it's Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Everybody's wearing red and being loud. And that's who we are. And see what we can get done against a Sweet 16 team that's already preseason ranked, number 11. They're playing Radford tonight.
Beat them pretty bad, yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yep. And so we got to stay in this process. And I don't know what else. We'll be home at 11 o'clock tonight.
Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention just the athletes in action aspect of this, and the total athlete tip-off. The Valpo and Liberty men's team will play coming up in a little bit. Indiana State and Florida Atlantic will finish off the night on the men's side of things. But the banquet last night with Homer Drew and the good meal and the hospitality and the facility and the 1,200 fans packing it out today, it's kind of a cool event.
Yeah, we're certainly honored. It's a privilege to come here, and it's a dream come true for me. I mean, it's just like Christmas for me. Let me tell the story, back up. Hey, in 74, 78, I'm playing college ball, and UCLA's winning all these national championships with a coach named John Wooden. And he had a connection with Campus Crusade for Christ, or Athletes in Action. And they had a dream, and had the dream that, or a vision of this coming to a reality. And I've been around one great, super great blessing of a visionary, Dr. Jerry Falwell. But to have the vision and come here in the John Wooden family field house is a blessing, and I'm so excited to be here because that's one of my basketball heroes. And I do keep things in perspective when it comes down to heroes, but he's somebody I could admire and respect. And to see the facility, which is really nice, and I was here 4 years before it was even built. It was nothing but a field. Now to experience this is just a dream come true. And I would want to say what separates it, other than I know the mission statement behind it is same as ours. And yet, as I walk around, I see audience of one and victory beyond competition. The marketing, the branding, the signage, in a brand new, clean, super nice facility is great. Just separates it from everything else. And I'm so grateful to be here. Such a blessing to me to experience this with our team and to see how God is working through the vision of Athletes in Action and all the administrations and the history. Wendell Dayo, Kelly and Adams. Adams' father was the second president. The current president is Mark Householder. I've known Mark for like 40 years ago. That Mark and another dear friend, Jeff Patton, and I, Jeff was with Athletes in Action. We turkey hunted together and to go to a banquet that was first-class banquet. We had a lot of fun, light, lively, great food. You said chicken and a prime rib, and how they've treated us is nothing but first class, and we're really blessed and grateful for this opportunity.
Well said. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you back in Lynchburg for Duke on Thursday.
Thank you, Jamie. Praise the Lord, and let's go Flames. We'll see you Thursday against Duke at 7 o'clock on November the 7th.
Be there, be square. Liberty Lady Flames knock off Valparaiso 77-58 and start the season 1-0. Remains me to thank Nick Pierce back in the studio for his help on the game today. Louis James and the broadcast operations crew as well, the engineering side of things, for their support, as well as you for listening, whether it was online, whether it was on Facebook, YouTube, all the various outlets, on the app as well, Liberty Flames app, wherever you were listening, we certainly appreciate it. I also want to thank Steve Stillwell and the 90.9, the light, I should say, as well, for allowing us to use studio space for Nick back in Lynchburg. We certainly appreciate them also. Again, the final score, Liberty 77, Valparaiso 58. On the women's side of things, the Liberty men will take on Valpo around 5 o'clock, and you can stay right there on the Liberty Flames app and listen to Alan York with the play-by-play call as he'll step into this seat. Got it warm for him, and he'll take over from here with the men's game coming up in a couple of hours. Until then, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless.
You've been listening to the Coca-Cola Post-Game Locker Room Report and Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. This game has been brought to you in part by Joe Yock with Alcova Mortgage, showing you the way home. Aqua Pros, pools, hot tubs, and hearth. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. 11 West, First Bank and Trust, the bank that puts you first. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys. The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg. Liberty Basketball has also been brought to you by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, the finest hand-picked specialty coffees from around the world, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. Expect the best service, prices, and care. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. The Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan, nobody beats our prices, nobody. Peary Family Dentistry. Century Exteriors, providing roofing, gutters, windows, and home remodeling. More information is available at centuryexteriors.com. Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The general manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. The Liberty Flames Sports Network director is Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Sarah Stinson. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw and Associate Director of Athletics Communications Paul Carmody. Liberty Flames basketball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.